Hi guys, so this is my analysis update on DXY guys. What will I be expecting on DXY? So before I do today's analysis, I would like to do a quick recap on DXY. So what was I expecting on DXY guys? On my previous recap, right, because we see that we were currently around the zone and we rejected that zone multiple times, so that gave me my bias of a sell. I was more biased towards a sell rather than a buy, and that is because of this, because we've get into that zone multiple times and it's becoming difficult for it to actually start reacting around that area for it to actually break that area. So because of that, I was predicting more of a sell, and I said if we drop to the sell, certainly my TP it will be 103.252 and my second TP will be 103.188. That if we push to the buy side, right? But as you can see, just because and if you've been watching my analysis, I don't like predicting the market. I like reacting to the market. So I used to give my possibility and probability, right? So we can see right here that I said if you're going to push to the upside, at least it will be safer for us to actually break this zone right here, right? And give us a retest, a sort of a retest for us to know that we might continue to push to the downside. So if we go to smaller time frame, right, we can see that we broke the zone right here, and this next candlestick came to retest this candle zone to push to the upside, and I was targeting around this area right here, which is 103.593. That was my initial target, and the reason was because of we can see that we were currently around this trend line right here. So I said there is a possibility that we might reject around that trend line since it has happened previously. So we might reject around that trend line for us to continue to push to the downside or push to the upside. But as you can see, because I haven't analyzed this in a while, so we can see that we actually really extended way more, and we currently pushing way higher, right? So now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to delete all this and see, but we can see we were currently around this imbalance area right here. If you watch my previous analysis, you know where this was coming from, right? So I already knew that if we continue to push to the upside, right, then certainly this would be our next target right here. And my reason was because of the imbalance we had. We can see that we had this imbalance right around this area right here. So there is this imbalance right here, and that was the reason why I put my target area around that area right there, right? So now let's see what the market is going to do around this area right here. So like I like to do top down analysis. Let me go to my weekly time. So what are we expecting right now? You can see that I'm predicting some sort of a push to the downside on the XY, right? We can see that we were currently around this trend line that I have rejected quite a number of times, right? And if you go to more smaller time frame right here, you can also call this as a break of structure right here with this candlestick. So I think it's just coming up here to retrace a little before it to actually continue to push to the downside. That is what I'm seeing. Let's go to more smaller time frame and see. So right now, I think we might push to let's delete this one. Let me extend this one. So based on what I'm seeing right now, right, we can see that this candlestick hasn't closed yet. This is the daily time frame. And we can see that the candlestick hasn't closed yet, but some sort is giving us like an engulfing candle right here. So there's a possibility that we might continue to tank to the downside. And if we do tank to the downside, then certainly my 23.6% fib level will be a level for us right there, which is 103.142 will be our point of interest right here. And my reason was because we can see we broke this zone right here with this engulfing candle right here, and there's a possibility for you to actually push down to this area to retest the zone, and also give us a touch of the trend line. Then when we get there, we might start continue to zoom to the upside or break the trend line and continue to zoom to the downside, but let's just take it one step at a time, guys. So let's say, let me adjust this trend line right here. Let's see. So now let me go to my 4-hour time frame and see what we are looking at right here. So as you can see, right, we know currently, like, we are currently reacting on an imbalance right here, right? So there is a possibility that, based on what I'm seeing right now, certainly we are on a downtrend, right? Because we can also see that we've broken the structure right here. So I'm expecting some sort of like a retest to possibly give us like the M pattern, which we know the M pattern is a reversal pattern. So I'm expecting some sort of a push like that to the upside for us to take an entry and possibly right to the downside. So that is what I'm looking forward to on DXY, guys. Let's see. Look, like I said, we're broken structure right here. We can see from here to here. That was broken with this beautiful engulfing candle. So certainly I'm predicting some sort of like a push to the downside. But as of right now, just because it's tanking like this, right, because of the momentum we are having on this candlestick right here, there is a possibility that it might just continue to push to the downside based on the momentum I'm seeing, to just push right to this level right here. That's a possibility I'm seeing, right? Or there's a possibility that it might retrace some sorts like this, then push to the downside, or we might retrace a little bit upper, probably around this area right here, to push to the downside. So those are like my scenarios. Let's go to more smaller time frame and see. We can see this is where we have the break of structure right here. I'm going to draw one right here. Let's see. Break of structure. So I'm just going to write my text. Break of structure. 2 hours time frame. So that is a valid way that we can know maybe it might start rejecting around that area. Let's go to 1 hour time frame and see if there is anything. Nothing that different. 15. Yeah, we can see what it's doing right here. So now what am I kind of predicting, right? Let's go. Like I said, right, I just think you have to be patient to see what the market is going to do, because we can have different instance, just like I mentioned in my previous analysis, right? So we just have to be patient to see. So right, I think we have to be patient, because as of right now I cannot use my fib level right now because I cannot find any retracement level. So if you know how to point fib, right, you need a point A and a point B to be able to plot a fib. But now I am not seeing any retracement for this to be a point B, right? So I'm not going to put any fib right now, but just in case, if you see any momentum pushing to the upside, then certainly this should be a target right here, because that is where we have our break of structure right here. So like I said, there is a possibility that we might retrace up to this level right here, which is 103.084, right, before tanking to the downside. That's a possibility. But if you see that kind of retracement, right, because based on how analyzing it right now, there is no retracement, but just in case, because just in case there is more data or more price action, right, if you see some sort of like a momentum of it pushing to the upside, then you can use your fib and put it at point A here, and this should be point B, but you have to be patient to see that data. Then this should be somewhere around fib retracement level. Then look for confirmation to probably write it down to around this area right here. That's one possibility that might happen, just like I mentioned. Another one that can happen is it can just give us this kind of like a rectangle continuation pattern for buy sorry, for sell, then continue to tank to the downside. So those are the two scenarios that I think might happen. I just think we have to be patient to gather more data on what we think might happen next, and that will determine. So like I said, if you're pushing to the upside, if you see more momentum of pushing to the upside, certainly that is a good target right there. And if you continue to push to the downside, then this is our target, like I said, because we broke structure on that area right here, and a retest of a trend line. This is a perfect target for us to look forward to for sell on DXY. So right now, this is my bias right now on DXY until anything happen again. But as of right now, this is what my prediction is on DXY, guys. Hope you guys find it helpful. If you do, please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. And I'll see you in my next analysis, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye.